It's a nice foggy morning outside this morning. It's not too cold out, it's about 35 degrees out right now. It's a little chilly in here. It's about 46 degrees, so it's not cold. But I think it's because the concrete slab hasn't warmed up and there's still moisture coming out of it. It's very damp in here. So I want to get the torpedo heater running for a little while, get the chill off, and then we can finish building that left wall, the hallway wall that we have almost finished last night. I forgot, decided building the wall on our right. And we had a few more pieces to put up that are already cut on the hallway wall, and I didn't do that, so we'll get that done first, and then we're going to start assembling our first pocket door. I want to thank Athletic Greens for sponsoring today's video. I start my morning off every morning with AG1. If I don't start my morning off with AG1, my body just feels like it's missing out on something. We're always doing a lot here at Lumnah Acres, and I know by taking my AG1, I start my morning off right, and I'm gonna get all of my vitamins and minerals that my body needs. You guys just let me put in the vitamin D3. I don't know about you, but where we live up here in the north, we don't get a lot of sunlight. So that means I'm not getting my vitamin D, but AG1 has us covered with that. Also, with everything going on in the world right now, I know I can count on AG1 to help support my immune system. It's loaded with zinc, ashwagandha, and a whole lot of mushroom complexes that are good for you. I know I always say I don't like my greens, and Gina says you do. I guess I do. There are some greens I like. When I think of greens, I'm thinking of like kale and spinach and stuff like that. I don't like that stuff. But I sure do love my athletic greens. So this is how I get my kale and spinach, and it tastes delicious. So if you guys are looking for a good green drink to start your day off with, that tastes good and is healthy for you, try AG1. Use our link in the video description down below, and you're gonna get AG1's vitamin D3 and 5-3 travel packs. I love the little travel packs right now, building up at the off-grid property. If I need a little boost in the afternoon, I can put one of these in some water and I'm good to go. So thanks AG1 for sponsoring today's video. If you guys want to check it out, click our link in the video description down below. Now, let's get on with the build. Those little torpedo heaters sure do work nice, but they are noisy. It got into about 60 degrees in here in about 15 minutes. They work good. What makes those nails out of, but man, they are stubborn. Like a glove, mister, like a glove. Gina just showed up. I want to see her reaction because she hasn't seen this wall all finished yet. So she had to leave early yesterday. So it'll be interesting to see what she thinks. What do you think?
Awesome. Look what happens when I leave.
Right?
I brought you a friend.
You brought me Tanner.
It's not very fun in the car. Like,
no. He does not like driving in a car, do you, mister?
See how much I learned?
All right, I want to put in a 2x6 on each side going this way to really strengthen up the corner of this wall, because the only thing we're going to have on the corner here would be sheetrock. So I want to have a nice strong corner.
Awesome.
You like it, Tanner? So this will give us a nice strong corner. So
Yeah.
You're walking in or somebody leans up against it or something.
Right, and you, I mean, that's the area you would lean up against. Too.
Right, somebody leans up against it or whatever. That's nice and strong. It's not going
Can you
anywhere.
see it? So, cabinet, refrigerator,
Right.
cabinet, sink, cabinet.
So then the stove will be over there.
This would be like the area for the stove.
So
And then we have a cabinet, and then we're gonna build the cabinet. So this is fooling me because it's a pocket door, so the door's not gonna be this big.
Yeah.
So it will be
The door's only half as wide.
here, and so we'll still have this wall.
Yeah. Well, we plan on living in this building. We don't know for how many years until we build our main house. And then later on, this will become our harvest house. But we're trying to set it up so we can use it for a house. We might live here for a year, 2, 3 years, who knows?
And forever, we don't know.
Right. So we're gonna have a kitchen over on that side because we're always gonna want to use this for our outdoor kitchen. So there's gonna be a full kitchen over on that side permanently. And then over here, we don't know, we're gonna have a couch, a TV, maybe a dining room table, and all that stuff's temporary because we're not living in here as a house. We don't need that in here. And then we're gonna have a door on that wall to go into the greenhouse and access, and then we can have another way outside of the building. We don't know 100% where we want that door yet, that's why we don't have the opening in.
We also weren't planning on originally having a door.
Right.
But we're thinking we're gonna like love that area, so.
Right, we wanna make sure that door's in the right spot for the couch and however we figure out this layout. So we gotta get this kind of design laid out first, and then we can figure out where our doorway is gonna go and how big.
And the couch, I'm keeping my couch. We've had it for many, many years.
Yes.
It's like it was my only real big furniture purchase, and I'm not getting rid of it. I love it. It's comfortable. It's big. So
we have a big section that we bought. That was quite a few
it's
years
almost
ago.
9 or 10 years old, at least. Yeah.
We bought it, 9, 10 years ago. And it's in really good, it's like brand new still. So we're gonna put that in here. It's gonna be big, it's gonna take up a lot of the room. And that's one of the reasons why we gotta figure out where the door's gonna go. Because we want the door to be where we want it to be, but also so it flows with when we're using this as a living space. I've installed pocket doors for one of our other houses, but it was a different brand. This brand looks like it's made a little bit more rugged. So we're trying this brand. It's called Rocket Door. Available at Home Depot, not sponsored. The ones we got before were at Lowe's. There we go. By the time we're all done building this house, we'll probably be a pro at installing these. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pockets where we're to put them. The house we're living in now, we went with barn doors, which we love, but in this house being a smaller area, we don't want the wall space on the outside being taken up by barn doors. You're gonna need all of the wall space that we can get, so that's why we're going with pocket doors in this house. You know when they send you a booklet, you're in trouble. Huh? Are we in trouble? We got a booklet. What kind of booklet? You gotta do the reading? Here, you read, figure it out, and get back to me. Hey, you gotta read this. I need you to read. Figure it out, do some reading, figure it out, and then let me know. No? I believe these are just temporary braces for now as we're building to hold it all together, and then later on once we have our door, we can take these apart. Alright, so it looks like it doesn't matter which direction these go. Let's see. I want to push them down. So, this way. Alright, flip it over and do the same thing now. So far, it's going together a lot better than I thought it would. There's no screws or anything to hold that together. Alright, I think I'm getting this figured out. If you're anything like me, I'll get this all figured out after the first one. So luckily we're building more, so I'll know better on the next one. That's how I am. It takes me a time or two of doing something, and then I learn it. So this is going to be our top rail. Okay, so we have that groove there, and this groove there. These have a slit on the top rail, so this top rail needs to come down and sit inside of the posts on the side, and they both need to go in at the same time. And then we have a screw, or 2 screws and 1 on the back. We should have these brackets, this one and this one, also on this side, but I'm doing a 2x6 wall, so it's gonna fit flush on that wall so we can use those brackets. And then on this side, I'm gonna have to make it custom. So these are made for a 2x4 wall, and then you just screw your sheetrock onto the outside of this. And I just find it kind of chintzy, so it's nice having it in a 2x6 walls. I can firm one side out or both sides, and then we can just give it more support. Bingo. Yeah. There we go. The way my door is set up, I still have 3/8 of an inch between the 2x4 and the framing for the pocket door, so I just cut some 3/8 plywood. I'm going to put it on the back side and I'll show you. I'm going to screw it right to the 2x4 so that everything is all nice and secure to each other. I'll just make everything nice and stiff. Alright, I went around and I put a shim behind every place where the metal from the pocket door meets the 2x4, and I screwed it, and that just really made it all nice and rigid. Even on this other side, it really helped stiffen everything up, so when we go to put the sheetrock on this side, you won't really have any deflection. So I'm glad we're doing this. We ended up going to a hardware store last night and picking up, hopefully, all the 2x4s we're going to need to frame up the upstairs bedrooms and office area. Let's go over here. We're not going to be framing these walls up today. Today I'm going to be doing it on the pocket door. Tomorrow we'll be framing these walls up. But we're supposed to be getting some nasty weather. So I wanted to get the lumber here in the house dry before the weather comes in. We got that done just in time too, because now it's starting to mist out pretty good. Whew, that was slick. And the 2x4s were starting to get wet. And now we're getting ice. I like it better when it's winter, if it just stays cold and give us winter weather. Rain on top of packed snow, it's not any fun. And now it's supposed to be changing back to snow in a little bit. All right, now that we have all the unloading done, we can actually get to work to building something now. I feel like sometimes we spend just as much time getting all of our material here unloaded and put away as we do building the stuff. All right, now that I have a good idea of the pocket doors and how to install them, I'm gonna try to whack out the other two downstairs ones, just because everything's fresh in my head. I know all the parts and pieces I need to make to build them the way we want to build them. I just cut out the two bottom plates, and then I'm gonna cut the top. I'm gonna cut the 2x4s to go up. I'll cut 6 of them. Then we can just start building everything and kind of just hopefully slap them all together nicely. And then everything will be the same, and we'll be good to go. I am hoping to remember to bring my chop saw and stand tomorrow. That is my goal. So in that way we don't have to keep using the skill saw to cut everything. All right, one down, one more to go. Because we were putting these into a 2x6 wall, we figured out how we were going to do it yesterday. This should go a lot quicker, and I'm going to cut out a few of the steps that they have you do for mounting, because we're going to be mounting them differently now, and we don't need to do all the brackets, if that makes sense. And then on that wall, they'll actually mount it even better, because on the opposite of the 2x4 that we're putting on is going to be plywood, so both sides are going to have something to give us more rigidity on each side. That's a tricky word to say. this works the way I think it's going to, the install should be pretty quick after this. They snap in easy, but they do not snap out easy. There. Now that is nice and sturdy. All right. Look at that. You would have thought we made this to fit that. I like it. Alright, we picked up some short tap cons. Jeez. Smokers. Oh yeah, I like that. That's not going to go anywhere. We just have to secure the plywood to it. I wanted to pick up some liquid nails last night. I didn't, because we can glue plywood to this, so I'll have to get that. Next time we run to the hardware store and we can squirt some down in, we can glue the plywood right to the metal on the other side, and that'll really strengthen up that side. So that's good. I'm going to get the other kit put together. I'll get it installed, then I'll show you how it looks. Boy, do I love pocket doors, but they are a lot of work. But that looks good. That's the last one downstairs. That is the last one for down here done, other than when we decide where the one going out to the greenhouse is going to go. Ah, I lied. Still have the one for the mechanical room. Forgot about that one. We got all the ones downstairs done for the 2x6 walls, except for the one going out to the greenhouse. But we got to figure out where that one's gonna go. And then we have 2 more upstairs. I'm glad I did the other 2 together. Cutting everything out for the 2x6 walls was nice, having all the material cut and being able to do it all at once. It went pretty quick. It's gonna be nice. The snow is coming down pretty good. It's beautiful outside. Look at that magical winter wonderland. As harsh as our winters can be, I couldn't imagine living anywhere else. It wouldn't be the same not having the 4 seasons we do. I just love the winter weather. It gets cold and treacherous, but it's just always a new adventure to look forward to. Figaro, what are you doing? You want to go in? All right, we'll go on in a second. I want to thank Athletic Greens for sponsoring today's video. I use them daily and love them. They've been helping me on my health journey a ton. If you guys want to change up your health journey, click my link in the video description down below to check out AG1. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. If it wasn't for you guys and sponsors like Athletic Greens, we wouldn't be able to do what we do here at Lumnah Acres. Thank you from the bottom of our heart. I gotta go let Figaro in because he's cold. I don't blame him.